What's up, y'all? Let me make sure I cut my volume down on here before I go. Cause we don't want no copyright strikes or none of that stuff. Let me make sure my volume is cut down. Okay, so a lot of y'all that's been rocking with me from my day ones, from day one, that know me, y'all know that I'm a music connoisseur. Y'all know that music touches my heart and gives me vision and allows me to see and figure things out, understand things and stuff. Most of the world is in love with music, but I'm finding out a good 10 to 15 to 20% don't like music. But music runs my life and my world or whatever. Music allows me to tap into my empathy and tap into feelings that I run from and stuff like that. I don't know what I would do without it. So I'm running behind, and because I've been overwhelmed, because my life has been really, really stressful. My life has been demanding. If y'all can see, I've been crying all day long. My eyes have been puffy from dealing with things, and Father revealing things to me and showing me things and what He wants me to do next. And I keep telling Him I don't think I'm built for this, and He keeps saying yes you are, because I built you for this, and you're stronger than what you know, and you don't know who you are, and you don't know exactly what you can do, but to some degree I do. But I'm behind, and I can't really do what I want to do or enjoy myself or enjoy my spiritual gifts the way I would like to, because the alarm clock starts calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point the children was calling, and I had to meet, but they're my knees be calling for prayer. Sometimes the Bible get to calling for a word. Everybody calling. Did you do this? The light bill calling. You know, the phone bill calling. The insurance people calling. So a lot of times I get distracted because I can't focus on my natural gifts. But back to what I was saying. So, um, I love music, and one of my favorite musicians has passed away, and he's been passed away, I guess a month or something, or a month and a half, or 2 or 3 months or something. And y'all hear me bumping him all the time. Corey Haynes, white boy, funky white boy. Now you're giving me nothing but shattered dreams. Feel if I could run away from this empty house. Mm, 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 mm. I played this song with him on it. I played this song instrumental. I love Shattered Dreams. And I believe I told y'all this story before. When I first moved into my home, right, I found out that the community that I live in is full of nurses and firefighters and doctors and chiefs and all kind of things, right? And so one of my neighbors was giving me a little history, letting me know this, that I was above firefighters and nurses and retired people that were successful in their lives and stuff like that. And she had pointed to this house on the corner. She said, "You see that house there?" I said, "Yeah." She said, it was a man that had married a woman, and he was really, really in love with this woman, and he provided her and took her out of her element. She wasn't used to these type of things, and he bought her a brand new house on the corner, and he gave her children and this and that. And something went on with the woman. I don't know if the woman was on drugs or what happened, but they would fight every night, and but they kept making kids. They was making just. You see what I'm saying? And Jamaican just they was making love, but it was war and hate in between the just. And something happened to where she got up and she left him, and she left the children behind, and she went on, and he still was there with the children or whatever, or I don't know if she took the children. I didn't get the full story. I'm just trying to give an example because this might hit home to some people. It might ricochet, and I'm sure it will because I shoot it well. And so after she left, he still had the mortgage payment or whatever. He got up and left and abandoned the home. He didn't call the bank. He did nothing. He just got up and he left the house abandoned. And as soon as she told this story to me, I'm a visualizer. Testosterone be pumping all the time, more than anything. And as soon as she told this story, the theme song in the back of my head, now you're giving me nothing but shattered dreams, feel like I could run away from this empty heart. Corey Haynes was my boy. So I want to find out what happened with Corey Haynes because that was my boy. And I get frantic when they say something going on with Bobby Brown. I get frantic when they say something going on with Scarface. I get frantic. When Tupac died, I was a disaster. When Biggie died, I was a disaster. You see what I'm saying? When Prince died, I was a disaster. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. But everyday life won't allow you to figure out what happened. And I got a little bit of time left before I have to go back to work to catch up. What happened to Corey Haynes and when did he die? Assuming you mean 1980s teen idol Corey Haim, often paired with Corey Feldman as the two Corys. He died March 10th, 2010 at the age of 38. I thought it was a few months ago. That's how demanding my time is. Rose to fame in 1980s like hits like The Lost Boys and Lucas. Suffered from severe trauma from his time as a child actor. Struggled with long-term substance abuse and prescription drug addiction. Tried to revive his career in life with the reality show The Two Courtneys. Cause of death: found unresponsive in his apartment and taken to the hospital in Burbank, California. Initial police reports suspected an accidental drug overdose. The official autopsy showed he died of natural causes from pneumonia, complications by enlarged heart and hardened blood vessels. Toxicology reports noted prescription drugs in his system, but not at levels that caused his death. So, how long has singer Corey Shattered Dreams been passed away? I thought it was 2010. I know I ain't that far behind. No, exactly. There is no singer named Corey associated with a person or act called Shattered Dreams. You might have been thinking about, his name was Johnny Hates. Okay. You might have been thinking about Clark Daxter, the lead singer or writer of 1980 song Shattered Dreams by British pop star Johnny Hates Jazz, who is alive. Alternatively, Calvin Hayes. Oh, what is going on? The drummer and songwriter. Recently, in July 2026, you may be thinking of Corey Haim, who passed away in March 2010. So, okay, Johnny Hates. That's why he made the two Corys, because can't nobody tell them apart. Let's go back. What happened to Johnny Hates, who sung Shattered Dreams? The band was actually called Johnny H Jazz and co-founded keyboardist and drummer Calvin Hayes, not Johnny Hayes. Calvin Hayes passed away at the age of 63 on July 9, 26, after collapsing at his home in Spokane, Washington. The band's peak, he co-wrote and performed 1987 smash hit Shattered Dreams. In 1988, number one album Turn Back the Clock. Car Crash. In the late 1980s, his career momentum halted after he suffered severe injuries in a near-fatal car crash that puts him in a body cast for months. Reunion and retirement. He briefly reunited with the original Johnny H Jazz lineup for a Nostalgia tour in 2009 before leaving the group permanently. In 2010, he spent his career living his life quietly in the United States. Calvin Hayes. So y'all gonna see me dancing to Calvin Hayes because I loved him and I'm so into pieces about him being gone. I love y'all.